Well, hey there, mate. Petey Twofinger here with the salute to Australian cinema. So, we all know, we all love the Road Warrior, Furiosa. We're not going to talk about that Thunderdome. Mad Max was the first and best of those movies, in my opinion, as far as a movie goes. Road Warrior was a better, kind of just completely insane thing. But as far as a movie goes, with a beginning, middle, and end, like believability, I gotta go with Mad Max. It's the best one out of all three. Road Warrior might be more fun, but it's just insane. And same thing with I was completely overwhelmed with Furiosa. I have to watch it again. I'm sure maybe I'll get to a point where I can accept it and it'll really hit me like a truck, you know. But today we're going to talk about films that I think you should check out. And these are going to be easy. They're accessible. So, number one, The Cars That Ate Paris, 1974. And it's on Daily Motion. So you can just Google that and watch it for free. Now, this is a kooky outback town where their primary source of income is waiting for tourists to venture through their town, and then they cause an on-purpose oopsies car accident, and that's the town's only source of income. Now, what you want to look out for is there's a band. They don't have two turntables and a microphone. They don't have Marshall stacks. It's more of a folkish jug band type of thing. And at one point there's like a town harvest festival dance, something, I forget what it's called, Schreidenfest. And this band, they have one song, one thing they recorded for it that they kind of loop, and they kind of really overuse that to great effect. Cars That Ate Paris was one of those movies that I knew about its existence from a single still image of a Volkswagen Bug covered in spikes. And I finally saw it, and when the film was over, I was in shock, because I loved the movie so much more than I ever imagined I would, and I imagined that I would like that movie quite a bit. So for me, it really delivered. I loved that movie, watching it. I'm going to have to watch it again, because I've seen it. I binged on it, and then I haven't seen it since then, so I'm going to have to check it out. Now, number two, and be patient, because I've got something coming up that's going to be worth the wait. Stone is number two. Starts off with an LSD flashback, political assassination. These guys are picking off members of a biker gang. And this is some of the same guys. It's, I think, four of the actors from Mad Max, from the biker gang. The toe cutter and some of the other guys. They got a guy with a top hat, kind of like before Guns N' Roses, you know. They've got just a great motley crew of stinking, drinking, mad, pot-smoking 70s bikers doing everything but devil worship. And there's an undercover cop who calls himself Stone, who comes and joins the group and tells them, look, I'm an undercover cop and I'm here to solve a murder. Because someone is picking off members of this gang one by one. So I had heard the Stone movie was a spiritual prequel to Mad Max, meaning the people who made Mad Max had seen Stone and really loved it. So I figure, well, it's in good company, it's good enough for me, and I really enjoyed watching it quite a bit. Plus, it's some of the guys from Road Warrior, or Mad Max, and Road Warrior, I think, too. I think some of them are in that as well. So definitely, if you're a fan of good movies, you're going to definitely want to check out all of these. They're easily available. You can watch them on Daily Motion. So you're just going to type into your Google search, The Cars That Ate Paris, 1974. Do a video search, or you can go to Daily Motion. I think all three of them are on Daily Motion. So we have The Cars That Ate Paris, 1974. Stone, I think it's 19... Am I going to say Stone again? Let's see. Stone, 1974. It's 1974. Now, I had recommended this to my brother and his old lady, and I got a comment back that it cut off the end. Well, I'll let you know there is a little bit more to it that they don't show, but what you don't see is nothing. It's Stone is alive. They show that maybe he moves a little bit and his face moves, that he's not dead. But pretty much that's the end. Now, forgive me for that, but spoiler, right? So what we're here to talk about tonight is the third and final Australian cinema, twofinger salute, Australian cinema. We're talking about a movie called Wake in Fright. And again, this can be found on Daily Motion. It's an hour and 40-minute movie that was initially released as Outback, 1971 psychological thriller directed by this Canadian guy. It was originally a 1961 novel of the same name by a guy named Kenneth Cook. Outback, have a drink, mate. Have a fight, mate. Have a taste of dust and sweat, mate. There's nothing else out here. Wake and Fright. So, yeah, Donald Pleasance, Gary Bond, Chips Rafferty, Sylvia Kay. And I gotta tell you, I love Donald Pleasance. I really loved him in Creepers, which is a Dario Argento thing that came out right around the same time as Suspiria. If you've never seen Creepers and you like Suspiria, you like Argento, oh, you'll love it. It's kind of corny, but I really liked it. And that might be Asia Argento, kind of a Illuminati bitch. She's cute. You know, she's like 9 years old or something in it, so dare I say that. Now, Donald Pleasance is in Creepers. I really loved him in that role as a scientist. He was also the President of the United States, and you're the Duke, A#1. He's the President of the United States with a British accent. In Escape from New York was probably my favorite Donald Pleasance. Small role. But this Wake in Fright, it developed a cult reputation as Australia's great lost film because the master negative had gone missing. So they had censored prints of degrading quality being used for its television and VHS releases. Now, later on, somebody found it and re-released it at Cannes and gave it a proper DVD and Blu-ray treatment. And it's been praised by critics for its direction and performances. Wake in Fright is now considered the pivotal film in Australian New Wave cinema, and it's earned a 96% approval rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Now, before I go recommending this movie like, oh my goodness, this is the best Australian movie, I have to put down some warning. Number one, you don't want to put the children to bed. There's some stuff in this movie that is going to disturb. Number two, if you're going to sit down and watch it with your old lady, well, there's some hunting stuff in this movie. You're going to want to be ready with the fast forward button. You're going to want to warn your old lady. Now, at the end of the film, they do come up with Producers note the hunting scenes depicted in this film were taken during an actual hunt by professional licensed hunters for this reason and because of the blah 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 blah. So they put in a little note, producer's note, which doesn't go very far to disparage what I saw on the screen, because it's horrible. This movie, it takes that sense of you're in the outback now, kid, and amplifies on that quite a bit more than I've seen in any other film. So just be ready for it. There's some alcohol demon stuff in this movie. There's some heavy duty stuff. Not good. A lot of it is not good. There's nothing good in this movie. It's I'm gonna have to watch some light comedy before I eat my meal and go to bed. Anyway, I really want to recommend these movies to you guys. You could check them all out on Dailymotion or wherever your favorite free streaming service of choice. Dailymotion is probably the easiest. You're going to want to watch them in that order. Don't go right to Wake and Fright. Check out The Cars That Ate Paris. I know it sounds like, oh, it's lame. It's 1974. It's just about this town that purposely causes car wrecks. That's their only source of income. The Cars That Ate Paris is an unbelievably great movie. It really is. I could not tell you how impressed I was by how great it was. And then Stone is more like an episode of Chips, I would say. You ever remember watching that show? It's lighter fare. It's a good movie. The performances are really authentic. What I expected out of Stone was much more shock value, like this blatant nudity and bikers cursing and swearing for no reason. What I got was a much better movie than I had bargained for. It's really well made. It's really well shot. All the acting, all the lines, the sound, the delivery, the shots, everything about it was just way better than I had expected. It's a fun movie. Stone, all of these movies are double thumbs up. These are some of the best movies you'll see. Now, Wake and Fright, I really don't want to go so far on my way and spoil anything for you. Just buckle in and be ready, okay? Because it starts off and it kind of goes to a little bit of a heavy, darker place, and that's the tip of the iceberg. Donald Pleasance flexes his muscles here, and there's some stuff in there that it's not good. It's not good. They don't come right out and say it. It's real eloquently how they politely kind of step over some of the really darkest themes in the movie that lead to the end. What happens at the end is, if you're sharp and you can kind of pay attention and put two and two together, what really happened in this movie, it's justifiable why the guy puts a gun in his mouth at the last few frames of the movie. But I don't want to ruin anything, and that's certainly not the end of the movie. Definitely do not go straight to Wake and Fright. You've got to watch Cars That Ate Paris and Stone first, and then get back to me. Please let me know what you thought of these movies. I really like getting that nice feedback. If I'm going to kind of go out of my way and do a thing and turn you on to something, I think it's only fair, isn't it? Let me know what you thought. All right, you guys. I've got to go brush my teeth and hose my mind out from that. Oh, my God, this movie. Holy cow. I hope I don't dream tonight. Anyhow, I'll see you guys soon.